What's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and tonight I'd like to introduce you to a really fantastic pair of true wireless earbuds from our friends over at Pamu. These are the Pamu Slide Minis, and they're available right now at their website for $69, as you can see right here. And right now, if you pick them up for this holiday season, you can see that they do still have a coupon code available for 15% off. The coupon code here is Happy 2020, so of course that's for the new year, and it is $69. That is for the black and white version, so you can see they're also available in white if you prefer that color. They are also available in two other colors. They're available in pink and green. Those are considered the holiday edition, and if you're willing to get pink or green ones, they actually have a $10 less, so you can get them for $59. Or there is one other version available, and that is this version here. This is the Pamu Slide Mini. These are Pamu Slides. These are $89. The only difference between the ones you see here and the one you see there is the case that they come with. So when I previously reviewed the Pamu Slide, which you can kind of see why they're called the Slide here, because the case actually slides. My only complaint about this one was the size of the case. So the case here acts as a reverse wireless charger because it's a 2000 milliamp hour case. So tons of extra battery in this, and the battery life on these is incredible. But what's cool about this is you can actually reverse wireless charge other devices. So I'm going to go ahead and double tap that, and I'll set this case on here, and you can see it's actually now wirelessly charging the Pamu Slide Mini case. So if you have both of them, that's kind of weird, but you could actually wireless charge the new Pamu Slide Minis with the old Pamu Slides. And again, the earbuds are the exact same. The only difference is the case. And of course, I can charge up my iPhone here with some reverse wireless charging with the case as well. So really cool. This one's $89. Of course, the problem is this case is not very pocketable, but if you're willing to deal with the larger case, and you're going to get a ton of extra battery life, but it's just not as pocketable friendly. So in comparison, just as a quick look, here's the case next to the Samsung Galaxy Buds, so a more popular brand you might be familiar with, and here it is next to the Apple AirPod Pro. So what I like about these cases is that I can easily just fit them in my pocket, and I don't have to worry about them. I won't have to worry about losing them, somewhere. But with this one, obviously, that's gonna put a significant bulge in your pocket, which, I just don't like those in terms of the size. So this one, I'm not going to carry around in my pocket, but these I definitely will. So that's what I like about these. And again, the only difference between the two is, so you can see these are actually identical in terms of the design of the earbuds. Everything else is the same. The only difference is the case. So all right, I've talked about that enough. Now let's go ahead and move on to some other features of the Pamu Slide Mini. So one cool thing I really like about them is they do come with 6 different ear tip sizes. So they come with these little bags, and you can see this one has a small plus, medium plus, and large plus. I'm actually using the large plus ear tips. And then we also have the regular small, medium, and large. And then the case itself, I already mentioned wireless charges. This one is a 300 milliamp hour case versus a 2000 milliamp hour case. So obviously much bigger battery in the bigger case with the Pamu Slide. So 300 milliamp hours, and you can see that it does also use Type-C, and they include a Type-C cable here. So it's nice that it's using the newer Type-C option. And then the earbuds themselves simply just magnetize into the case and charge just like that. And you can see right here, it does give you a battery indicator for the case. The earbuds themselves, we'll talk about the battery life in a minute, but the battery life on these is absolutely incredible. It blows these other two out of the water. In fact, it doubles the battery life of these two, which is really fantastic. And you can see that it did actually automatically start my music. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that because I don't want the music playing in the background while we're trying to do the review. So while I'm talking about that, connectivity, these are using Bluetooth 5.0, so that's why they did automatically connect immediately to my phone. So if I come in here, you can see that if we go up here, You can see there it is, the Pamu Slide Minis. They immediately connected, didn't have to do anything. Just as soon as you pull them out of the case, they will connect to your device, whatever device they were previously connected to. So that's awesome. They do also have really great connectivity to each other, so I've not had any issues where these disconnected from each other, and their range is also very good. So I wouldn't put them on par with like Apple AirPods. These give you just incredible range in terms of how far you can get away from your phone, but these are easily 30, I would say 30 feet is definitely no problem, but really well beyond that, like 50 feet, you can get away from your phone and they still stay connected. So that's really great. Connectivity is fantastic. No issues there. In terms of lag while you're watching video, sometimes that can be an issue. That's definitely not an issue here. They are using the newest Qualcomm aptX for audio. So in terms of audio quality, that's also very good. I wouldn't put them on par with if I'm comparing the three that I just mentioned, and I have a ton of other true wireless earbuds, I would say these are pretty much kind of somewhere in the middle in terms of sound quality. They're not the most amazing. My biggest complaint would be the fact that there's lacking low end, and I did just touch them, so that's why they started playing music again. But in terms of these, like the Samsung Galaxy Buds, I would say have decent sound quality. They're definitely not amazing. Apple AirPods Pro definitely have excellent sound quality. I wouldn't say they're the best either, but these are kind of somewhere in between these. I'd give them like a 4.2 out of 5, so a solid B. The area that I think they lack a little bit is on the low end. The low end is definitely not the best. It's not bad low end. I just prefer a little bit more low end than what you get out of the Pamu Slide Mini. So if you're someone who loves bass, I would say these maybe aren't the best true wireless earbuds. They're still not bad, but just be aware of the fact that if you're listening to a lot of bass, music with a lot of bass, you're going to maybe be a little bit disappointed. But they do get very loud, so they have 6mm drivers, and sound quality is still quite good. So that being said, let's talk about battery life, because battery life is definitely an area where these things are absolutely phenomenal. So 10 hours of battery on a single charge, which blows these things out of the water. So here you get 4.5 hours to 5 hours, depending on whether you're using the active noise cancellation or the passive transparency mode on them. Obviously, you don't get that over here. You do get passive noise isolation, but you don't give active noise isolation like you do with Apple AirPods Pro. Same thing over here. These are just passive noise isolation. These you're getting about 5 hours of battery life as well. Over here, double that, 10 hours of battery life on a single charge. With the case, you get an extra 2 charges, so that's a total of 30 hours. Now, obviously, if you get the larger case, this one's giving you well over 100 hours of battery life. So that's phenomenal. Another great thing is just by sticking them in here for 5 minutes, you're going to get an extra hour. So let's say for some reason you do actually wear out the battery, that 10 hours of battery, which again, 10 hours. Who listens to music for 10 hours straight? Nobody I know. So as soon as you pop them back in here for 5 minutes, they're going to give you another hour. So super fast charging. They do also, like I mentioned, the case wireless charges, also uses Type-C. So battery life on these is second to none. And the last area I want to talk about is the phone call quality. So these are using dual mics. So you can see the mic right here. That's actually the LED. The mics are up here. So here's our microphones on the two. They are using dual microphones, and as a result, they do a great job of blocking out background noise. They aren't the best when it comes to phone calls. So if we're comparing them up to the other two, and again, I have a lot of other true wireless earbuds, I would say these are definitely good for phone calls, not the best. The best would be something like the Apple AirPod Pros, the Jabra 75Ts. Those are a little bit better. Like the Jabra 75Ts, for instance, have 4 microphones versus the 2 here. The Samsung Galaxy Buds, not good for phone calls. These are definitely better than Samsung Galaxy Buds, but not as good as something like the Apple AirPod Pros. But again, these are $59 versus $120, $110, whatever, and these are $250. So I wouldn't expect the same sound quality when it comes to phone calls, but these are definitely good for phone calls. So if you need to use a pair of true wireless earbuds for phone calls, these are not bad. And the last thing I want to talk about is, do they stay in your ear if you're working out? And I've actually gone out for a number of different runs with these, whether it be on a treadmill or outdoors. It's been cold out in Michigan, but I've gone out for a run with these, and they've done a fantastic job of staying in my ears. And while we're talking about it, these are also IP IPX6 water resistant, or IPX6 water resistant. So that means that you can get rained on, sweated on, no problem. You can't go underwater with them, but other than that, they're going to be just fine in the rain. So anyways, I hope this review has been helpful for you. Again, if you want to pick them up, check them out in the links down below. Also, that coupon code HAPPY2020 is available for 15% off the Pamu Slide Minis. Check them out. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.